What is up, everyone? Yes, this is her story, not his story. Thank you guys for showing up. All right, y'all. So we about to jump on into these live reactions. Okay, I got a little something of everything here. I want to do a reaction on, okay, get my motherfucking opinions on. Y'all know I'm gonna be stopping the video, okay, every now and then through the recordings. All right, leave me some comments. Let me know how y'all feel about certain situations. Okay, thank you guys for the comments that I have been getting. Okay, joining in on what I am sharing with you all. I appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna get into it, y'all, because y'all know I got something to say. All right, so let me show y'all what I'm eating. All right, and I get my cakes, you guys, from Whole Foods. I don't know why last time I was like, I forgot the store name, but I remember. All right, so this is, y'all, these cakes good. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think they are so, they're homemade. They are so good. This is some carrot cake, y'all. So we're gonna get into it, y'all. All right, let's get into the first video here.
ESPN for playing your video games and sending your woman out there to go and march and protest and fight for voting rights, registering voters, out here protesting. The majority of the Black Lives Matter marchers were black women and white kids, while our black men sat back and killed each other, falling into this trap that they have set for us by failing us in our education system, bringing in guns and sending out the jobs.
Okay, say it again, Judge. What is this, Judge Matthews? Okay, finally, one of the elders are speaking up here. One of the old ones speaking up here. Who is the ones out here on the front line? Who been on the front line here? I ain't giving no. Hey, look, patriarchy gets no love over here, okay? Even when you was Martin Luther King, all the motherfuckers were acting like they were marching and all that shit like that. The women are the ones who set that shit up. The women is the ones who is doing a lot of the advocating for money, like to get, so they can boycott, so they can do these things here. They were the one doing the fundraisers and coming up with these ideals and stuff, just as it is today here. It is black women who've been out here protesting while these ninjas, while these niggas sitting back talking about our nails and our wigs and all this extra shit, and we not attractive, or we too masculine and everything. That's because y'all done stepped in too much into y'all feminine. Okay? We've been the ones out here doing all this protesting and everything. And I always tell black women, stop doing that shit. Stop getting out here protesting. Stop doing all this extra shit for these ninjas. And they ain't doing nothing but sitting back, as he said, watching ESPN, playing video games or whatever, talking about what you bring to the motherfucking table. Asking black women what they bring to the table. Okay? We the ones out here dying and getting out here fighting for our uncles, our sons, our lovers and everything. And while they ask them back here, swiping our shit or whatever, stepping into their feminine, while we out here on doing stepping into our masculine. Because they're not doing it and they never have been. And I tell women all that all the time, which a lot of them are waking up, some of them still in that mammy role or whatever, fighting for the rights of black men, and they are not fighting. They do not care. A lot of them, I'm not visibly saying some of them, a lot of them don't give a fuck about you. Okay, listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. He ain't telling no lies.
And killed each other, falling into this trap that they have set for us by failing us in our education system, bringing in guns and sending out the jobs. And you chumps are going forward like a bunch of suckers. And you're supposed to be cool. You're supposed to be the man. No, you ain't no man. Ain't nothing. You's a punk. Until you stand up and fight for your women, stop sending them out there, turn the TV off, go out there with them, sit down, stand up, everything our black sisters need and our families, give it to them. Otherwise,
Say it again, Matthew. Say it again. You don't fucking matter. They don't fucking care. They don't, and even the ones that do be out there on the line acting like they protesting and all that shit like that. Who be on the side of them? They be having some white blonde hair or whatever chick on the side of them, bringing her to the damn protest. Okay, like, nigga. I mean, y'all, you just women need to wake up. You need to stop doing that. Stop getting out there, putting your life on the line with men who have been showing you time after time after time that they don't care about you dying, about that black women are 78% of having no fathers in the home, being single mothers here. Okay, they undervalue you. They mock you. They talk about you. They spend all their time on social media here, talking about your wigs, talking about your nails, talking about this, talking about you too masculine, you too loud, you too this. While they dusty asses sitting behind playing a fucking game, watching ESPN, as Judge Matthew says. Okay, and doing shit, but talking about some data leaders. You need to be submissive. You don't get the fuck out of here. You don't get the fuck out of here. Okay?
From a pandemic. We're in a pandemic and it's resting with us that actually we've been in a pandemic for a while. The rest of the world's just got their pandemic, but we've actually been in this pandemic for a while. So to us, it's just like, why should we stay quiet? Why should silence is violence? Why can I not talk to my white friends about race? Why should I feel intimidated to do that? Why should I feel like I'm opening a Pandora's box? I want to challenge the education system to teach our black boys about their history, teach our black children about their history.
This is I forgot to introduce you guys to this woman here. This is Sasha Johnson. She is an activist for the black community. She fights hard, have been fighting hard as fuck for black men. As you can see, even in her dang interview here, she brung up black boys. She didn't bring up black women, and this is no shade to her at all. No, none at all. I mean, she has a right to fight for what she wants. Black women been doing this for forever. We live in a male worshiping culture, black male culture. We always are like, well, black men got hard. You know, they in the prison system. They got it so hard, and forgetting about ourselves at all. Like as if we don't endure, if we have not been enduring any of this pain. We birthing out the whole community here, but we so concerned and so wrapped up in what black men got going on and what they are enduring. And they are the new oppressors. A lot of them. They are the new oppressors. Okay, black women are dying, being murdered, being killed, bodies being thrown in the rivers, being shot up every fucking 5 hours. And it's not by any other race of man, not saying it doesn't happen, but the collective majority of black women are dying from the hands of their lovers, of their fathers, of their uncles, random men on the streets, obsessors. They are being murdered. She was fighting. She's an activist for the black community. She's an activist for just black men. Seems like she really talks a lot about black men and let the black boys, little young boys. She said it in her interview or whatever. Okay, but while she was protesting during her protest time or whatever, she was at a protest. She got shot up. What was it? Let me see if I can see the. I think she got shot like 12 bullets in her body by 4 black men while she was protesting. Not the white man, not the Asian man, by the man she fighting for, by the young man she fighting for. She put her life on the line. This woman ended up in a coma. She had to shave all her hair off. Just no, I haven't seen not one black man speak out about this. I haven't seen not one interview. I haven't seen not one riot, no one type of protest against to find these men. 4 black men. Go read the article. Her name is Sasha Johnson. And this just happened what, maybe a year ago, maybe 8 9 months ago. This is not the only black woman who's been brutally raped or killed for trying to protest or trying to protect. Don't even sound right me saying that, protect black men, and they asking us to for us to allow them to be leaders. Allow them to be leaders. They're telling us to submit when they are the ones who are oppressing us. She was shot by four, it took four black men, came in with hoodies, wearing all black, shot her up.
I don't just want to learn about Henry VIII, but I want to learn about where I came from, where my ancestors came from. Our ancestors was inventors, they were kings, they were queens, and we had our own dynasty. We weren't just slaves, we weren't just savages, and that needs to really be wiped away. There wasn't just Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, there was the Black Panthers, there were so many of us that was fighting for this cause and was fighting for freedom. And that has just been whitewashed through history.
That is a crime. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she was assaulted too. Sexually assaulted, but she's like, I think that was and I hate to say this, but I really do feel like it was a wake up call for her. You fighting for the wrong people. You fighting for the wrong gender, baby girl. The men you was sitting out there putting your life on the line that you got educated for and all those things here as those same ones your enemy were your enemies. They came in four black men dressed in all black and shot this woman up while she out here speaking for them, while she out there protesting, putting her life on the line. The same ones went in and shot her up and tried to murder her. Y'all, women, black women, stop putting your lives on the lines for these niggas. Okay? They don't give a fuck. They don't care. We've always been the one. We always have. Always been the one. Why they out there playing the games and talking about we undervalued, black women is this and that and everything. Worry about our wigs and nails and our hair and all this stuff, trying to control. And they bitch asses is the main ones who are is putting the economy into debt 50 billion. If we can bring ourselves up out of poverty and bring ourselves out of being single mothers and rise to the top while they spear, because I know Judge Matthew was saying something about guns, they putting the guns and everything and the drugs and all that shit like that. At the end of the day, black women still have to pull their stuff up out of all that shit. We have no choice. We had no choice because we have families to provide for. Okay? We're going to get into it. Let's get into it here. Let me get into another video here, y'all. Now, this is somebody here. Let me just tell you. I can't stand him. This man right here, it's just, you know how you get certain people and you see them and you just get a bad vibe, like you just don't like them. It's just some people you just don't like. Snoop Dogg is one of those people. I do. It's just his energies, the way he carries himself, the stuff he talk about. It's just him. I just think he's a terrible, terrible human being. I think he's a sellout. Not just no sellout, y'all. I just think he's fake. He's phony. He bend over backwards for whatever he got to do. All he care about is the money, sex, and he's just a terrible person. He's just a terrible person. Anytime I see him on social media, anything like that, I just pass him by. Like I don't give him no type of attention, none of that. Like he's just a sellout. What I think he's been doing a lot of commercials with Martha Stewart and everything. I just cannot stand this man. But let's get into his bullshit here. That he recently did last year, one of his big outcry, one of his big viral videos that he had here. Oh, bitch ass. I can't stand this nigga.
Gail King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gail. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people.
Who is us? Who you talking about us, your people? Nigga, how many times have you disrespected black women? I don't see him talking about no other women. He disrespects black women so much, especially his wife. And we're going to get into that one. He is the most disgusting human being I feel like walking this earth. His energy is fucked up. We your people. What are you talking about?
You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one?
You gonna do it
Funky
anyways.
dog-head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker? Respect the family and bag off.
He said this to a woman. He didn't go behind closed doors and talk to the woman, talk to Kobe Bryant. He's talking about Kobe Bryant and his wife or anything. If anything, his wife should have been the one doing this. But it's a whole ass man coming up here talking about a black woman, talking about we your people. But at the same time, you are degrading. Then you're saying the same people here. You talking about we people, we family. This is a whole bitch ass nigga right here. This is a whole bitch made nigga right here. Literally. Oh, I can't stand him. What his mommy made fucking take my fucking scarf off your head, nigga.
Bitch, before we come get you.
Threaten a female, you threaten a woman, yeah, you about that life. You about that life. You threaten a whole woman here. But then look at how this look, let me go get to the next video here. Because then he had to come back and retract his whole shit or whatever because he got put in his damn place by women. Okay? Because I know Oprah already has her connections and whatever when it comes to Martha Stewart. He's about to lose everything. You about to lose your job. He's about to lose all his shit or whatever. They weren't playing. And them old ass women, Martha Stewart ass and Oprah probably got connections real quick and be like, you need to apologize like a pimp, okay? Straight gangster his ass. Get your ass back up there and apologize or whatever, and let people know you was in your bitch ass emotions or whatever. Ooh, let's get into it.
Direct with a message. Two wrongs don't make no right. When you're wrong, you gotta fix it. So with that being said, Gail King.
I'm
I
sorry.
publicly tore you down by coming at you in a derogatory manner based off of emotions, me being angry at questions that you asked. Overreacted. I should have handled it way different than that. I was raised way better than
No, you
that. So
wasn't.
I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I used and calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful. I didn't mean for it to be like that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, you bitch ass motherfucker. You meant every damn word. And I don't even care for Gail like that or whatever. There's some things I can put out about her that I'm going to bring up through her things or whatever. But I'm just talking about him right now. Like, you meant everything you said. This is the way you talk to women. You need to be worried about your daughter, okay? Your blood daughter here who's 27 years old, tries to commit suicide, tried to kill herself several times or whatever. That's what you need to be worried about. That's what you need to be catering to, whoever. But you even a bitch made nigga when it comes to even your daughter. I can read that whole energy around that. I'm not gonna get her on that right now or whatever, but he meant everything he said. This is the way he talks. This is the way he does. This is his energy or whatever. But he had to apologize because he was about to get all his shit taken, all his deals, his money deals taken from him because he stepped on the wrong person's toes. Oh, bitch ass.
was just expressing myself for a friend that wasn't here to defend himself. A lot of people look up to me and they love me and they appreciate me, so I want to let them know that anytime you mess up, it's okay to fix it. It's okay to man up and say that you're wrong. I apologize. Hopefully we can sit down and talk privately. Have a good day.
Yeah,
But it's fine.
you better had apologized. You better had apologized. That's exactly what happened, y'all. He had no choice but to apologize. But he meant everything he said. And you guys remember he asked, can I say it? Can I say it? You dirty ass. Just went all in on that woman. Okay? Now, the next video I'm about to show you is a recent video that he had with his wife. Okay. And every time I see any type of videos with him and his wife interaction, she always looked delusional, like she's on like either she on drugs or like to cope with his bullshit because there was many times she was about to divorce him, but she stayed because she said she didn't want anybody to have what she had, which is her money and all that stuff. Okay, it's so obvious that he neglects her, he's abusive towards her. It's so obvious, but or anytime I usually see them, it seems very fake or forced. It doesn't seem authentic. He's been having numerous allegations with not even allegations, it's been facts or whatever. His mistress or whatever, who looks totally opposite of his wife Okay, she was like, I don't know what race she is and everything, but she just looked totally opposite of what. And it's been the same girl consistently here coming out, exposing him about how he pretty much takes care of her, be sleeping around on his wife and everything. Okay, he always deny it and be making and change the subject, but I just be like, okay, but look at this video, y'all. Just look at her energy. She wasn't even looking at him. Like, usually that's what son you be like, yeah, boo, okay. She wouldn't no eye contact. No, she always looked like she mad, like he fake. Um, it's just she always looked zoned out, you guys. And I was trying to find this one video. I think it was like a year or two ago when they had an anniversary. It seemed like the only time he showed her some type of love is when they anniversary and then she'll be dancing or whatever. It just don't seem the energy, y'all. It doesn't seem like it's really love there. Like I'm in love with this woman still. I've been with her for rocking with her for forever. It just seems so forced. But there was a video where they were like, you know how you had those videos where they like time lapse, like it's like go real slow, they go around in circles or whatever. She looked so zoned out. I was like, did people see this? She looked like she wasn't there. It looked so crazy. I was like, well, I can't stand Snoop. All right, I can't. I know people be like, I can't stand 50, so this 50 Cent and everything, but it's Snoop. I just do not like that dog, that doggy dog. Okay. Um, but let's get into it, you guys. Let's get into it. Let me see what other video. What's my next video here?
That black women miss the trick on is that black men already know that black women only date black men generally. So it's like I'd say it's like a 90% split. Maybe 10% might date outside, 90% only go for black men. So that means we already know your hand. So we already know, oh, you need this, you need that, you need blah, 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 blah. But actually, you're only going to date me. So me existing, I'm already good enough.
So they are like, okay, black women just now started dating outside their race. I mean, it's only at a 7%. A lot of 95% of these biracials between black and white couples are from black men diving outside of their race or going outside of their race. Black women always been taught to be loyal, and we always feel a loyalty towards our own culture of men. I mean, that's kind of normal. I would think that you will want your own culture of men, like you will have, I mean, that's kind of normal, but it's not normal on their hand. They are the ones who've been dating and doing their thing outside of their white. Black women have just now realized, like, okay, these niggas ain't shit. Something ain't right. They doing it. Maybe I need to find love somewhere else where I'm more appreciated, where I'm more cherished, where I'm more put on a pedestal. And like I said before, you guys, our race man got they bullshit or own some bullshit. You just at the end of the day, it's all about you and your self love and what you have done the healing on and your boundaries and knowing what's up. However, there is more successful rates of marriage out dating out going outside of yourself, women. Black men know that. You think they don't know. They know that most black women, majority of black women will stay loyal to them and only them. He's telling you right here, like, we know y'all ain't gonna go nowhere. We know at the end of the day you gonna choose us or whatever. So we don't gotta change. We don't have to change. We can keep dating our Beckys and doing whatever and talking about you and and dating women who have the features of you here, or the shape, the body shape, and the big lips, and even if they got it done or whatever, we can. But as long as they not dark or a black woman or whatever the case is, we know you ain't gonna go outside of us because you black women are more race loyal. We are more race loyal. It's just now we are learning to be, see, we see the bullshit. We see the fakery. We see the fuckery. Okay. Yeah, he pretty much telling you.
Not realistically, but I mean, as in you're only going to select from me, and there's no real way I'm going to lose you because you're not going to look anywhere else.
Bam in your face. There's no real way. They know that. So why would I change? Okay, this he ain't speaking no lies. A lot of women they feel a very deep in debt to the black man. They will not go outside. They can see how many black men be dating outside their race, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, whatever, because and black women still won't go find love where they are wanted. I always tell you guys there, it's not about just looking for another race of men, but be open, you guys. Like, be open to love outside of what the norm is or what you're used to. Okay, let's get into the next one.
This is a PSA to American men. I don't know if you realize that you're the only group of men in the world that literally argues about going 50-50. Okay? Other groups of men understand that they are to be the main providers and in many times the sole providers financially in the relationship when it comes to bills. Okay? For some reason, American men don't grasp this concept and they argue that they should be going 50-50 on the bills. I once had a talk with one of my African friends and brought up 50-50. He laughed at me and he said, 50-50, that's not a wife, or that is a roommate. You see, other group of men.
Okay, y'all, if y'all been watching my other videos before this, I said that. I said these niggas looking for a roommate. Okay, they looking for a roommate. Like, nigga, if you want to be a bad bitch, then go ahead and be a bad bitch. Go get you a bro to be your roommate. But I'm not supposed to be being 50-50, staying in the home or whatever, laying it down in the bed, cooking, cleaning, doing all this extra bullshit, birthing out your children here, and I'm going 50-50. You got me effed up. And you supposed to be leading me, which is crazy. I even hate that leading. You lead me where, motherfucker?
Men understand what respect in their house looks like. It's stability. Okay? Y'all need to get with the program, man. Y'all behind. Come on.
However, if women had a choice in the 19th and 20th century, would they have really stayed married? So, moving on into the future, into these days, I don't think so. The independent women would have left our grandfathers and their fathers, I'm sure of it. Let me read a couple quotes from historyhub.info. So, the name of the article I was reading is called Middle Class American Women, Marriage, Relationships, and the Struggle for Identity in a Patriarchal Society. That's pretty much where the guys call the shots on what women do and say. So check this out, right? Marriage in the 19th century involved removing a young woman from her family and her support network. Marriage was an event surrounded with supportive, almost ritualistic practices. 19th century marriages could be called the exchanging of one predetermined identity for another. 19th century married women were totally without rights or status. Because of her non legal existence, she could not sue or be sued, own any property, whether earned or bought into the marriage, or have any rights to her children. Now, lastly, 90% of women married during the 19th century and over 95% were not employed outside of the home. Marriage was seen as the only institution where a woman could enjoy some measure of freedom.
And if you guys watch Color Purple, you see that through the video. You see that all throughout the movie. Like, the lady Silly, her family, her dad married her off to some old ass man, Mister, called him Mister or whatever. She was like, what, 13, 14 years old. Her dad had already raped her, had so many children by her already. If you guys watch that movie Color Purple, I hope you guys have. It's a classic. But a lot of our grandmothers and older women that's like, I've been married for 40, 50 years. So it doesn't mean your shit was together. Marriage does not guarantee women anything. Okay, it doesn't guarantee that the man is going to be a good father, that he's going to be bring stability. It doesn't guarantee you won't get cheated on. It doesn't guarantee he won't abuse you. It doesn't guarantee you anything. Women, a lot of women are understand lots. I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's a few women who understand that now. There is nothing being given. There's no value in marriage. A lot of the women back in, but to say you married, I mean, that's the value. Okay, but a lot of women back in the day or whatever, you guys were married at 13, 14, young, married to old as dusty as men, okay, 36 and up, older than that, okay, pretty much pedophiles. And they had no choice, you guys. That's why I get a lot of people like, oh, he's married for 40, 60 years. I be like, okay, good for you. You stay with an old dusty motherfucker out of, most likely out of no choice. I know there. I remember my childhood friend girl that I grew up with, and I remember her. She telling me a story about how her grandmother, who had like 8 kids or whatever, back to back, she ended up going into a mental ward or whatever because it was unbearable. It was too much taking care of a household, having children back to back like that. She ended up going into a mental ward for like 6 months. She lost her fucking mind under a lot of stress. A lot of women back in the day, my grandmother had like 8 kids. I'm probably more than that. I'm probably just keeping the number low here, but it was a lot of uncles and aunts that I had. I can't even keep up with them all. But a lot of women had no choice or whatever to stay in those relationships. Those men were abusive. They were beating. They were knocking their tooth out, doing all kinds of stuff, taking the money. Some of them had gambling problems. Some of them was on the DL. Some of them was just all out here. It was just, I mean, a lot of the older people need to quit faking the funk or whatever. And a lot of other women, modern women, need to quit faking the fuck about marriage, acting like marriage is such a great thing and so beautiful and everything. That is bullshit. It is bullshit. It does not guarantee you anything. It doesn't guarantee you stability. It doesn't guarantee you safety. It doesn't guarantee you anything, you guys. You can, if you need, if it guarantees you life insurance, get your own life insurance. If it guarantees you a father, and you think it guarantees you a father that's going to stick around and everything. Black men been leaving their married wives for since forever, since the 1900s. You guys go look it up, and I may do a report on the Moham report. They've been doing it. They will walk out on their wives and their children and never see them again in the daylight. Never see their asses again, go to work and never come back. They've been doing it, and they put the report out. They put the notion out. Oh, um, what is it? What is it called? What is that shit? Like service, like with food stamps and things of that, like the system and everything. Pretty much, the states took over. Women put us out because they wanted extra cash. They wanted the food stamps and everything. That is not true. They had no choice to get assistance, to get government assistance, because the men were not taking care of their responsibility. And what man is going to be in the house getting, unless there is no absolute way for them to get income outside of the government? Why would you allow your family to be on government assistance here? If you're supposed to be this leader, you're supposed to be this masculine in the family here and be on some leadership role. The government did not take the men up out the house. The men took themselves. They were walking out. They were leaving the community. They were leaving the ghetto without fathers. So don't let. I know that's a big story. A lot of black men like to say, the system took us out. No, motherfucker, you took yourself out, and it's documented. That's just something you guys like to say to cover up who or what was really going on. Okay.
Autonomy and identity. A woman named Elizabeth Cady Stanton, however, viewed the marriage as the last stronghold of a woman's degradation. I honestly support the fact that marriages survived that long due to the fact that if a woman got divorced, she would likely lose her identity. So don't get me, I found it out in my research. The mindset of women in this generation is definitely not the same as back then. Women these days can read and have just as much access to resources as men.
Mm,
If you get time, read this article. A very good read. Check it out.
okay. And we have no choice but to step up our damn game and take care of our families because no one else was doing it. The little government assistance and stuff those women were getting was not enough. And then there were even men who were getting mad because they wanted assistance. They wanted to be taken care of. That's also reported in the Moham's report. There were men, single men, who wanted to get the money from the government. They wanted a daddy too. They wanted the government to be their daddy, to be their husband, because that's what they be calling us. The system became y'all husband or became y'all man. Okay, y'all sure wanted to be that too. Okay, let's get to that facts. We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Well, tell me your 5-year plan, right? And I'm like, I don't know whatever God plan, right? And I'm she goes, well, tell me your 5-year plan, right? And I'm like, I don't know whatever God has for us. I'm trying to cop out. And she goes, I trust you with my family and my future, and you don't have 5 years planned out?
Okay.
And rolls over and then goes to sleep. And so at that point, I'm like, oh my Lord, like I don't have anything, like I really don't know where I'm going. And so I don't fault Yvette for not allowing me to lead, because how are you supposed to follow someone who has no direction? Like I had no plans. Like I was in a car just taking right turns, thinking I'm doing the right thing. I had no destination. And so that moment in May of 2015, I became like fanatical about having a plan.
Okay. Okay. That that man was dealing with a boss chick or whatever, wasn't playing that shit. She wouldn't let his ass lead, and he ain't had no fucking plan. He ain't had nothing thought out, nothing or whatever. And she put his ass in this, let us know, like, how am I supposed to have you lead me? How am I supposed to have you do? How are you supposed to be the leader of this family here, and you don't even know where you're going? Okay, thank the heavens that he was smart enough and understanding enough and listened to this wise woman, okay, and got her shit together and became exactly what she needed. Okay, because so many men do not do that and do not understand that. And that I know she was happy that she did have one that got it. It was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't even got no fucking plan. I'm just driving. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Date and he still doesn't know that I'm trans. Why do y'all like playing with? When I see these videos of these girls on here talking about, oh, I didn't tell him I was trans. Oh, we're going on our third date and he still doesn't know that I'm trans. Why do y'all like playing with death so much? I have six girlfriends who have either been brutally murdered, shot, stabbed. My one girlfriend, they found her head. It's not funny. To girls who have been transitioning for years, like me, 12 years to be exact, it's not funny to see you young bitches on here acting and giving it up how you give it up.
Mm.
Do you not like yourself? Do you not accept the fact that you are transgender? Can you not get past the fact that you are what you are and you're never going to change it? You're never going to be a cisgender woman. That is why the prefix is before our gender. Transgender. Yes, we get it. Do y'all like being the center of attention negatively? Because that's what it is. These people aren't laughing and kikiing at your videos because they think you're funny. They think the situation is fucking hilarious.
Okay, and it's very serious, you guys. My trends. Okay, don't y'all. It's like it's not being talked about either. Okay, a lot of them are dying. A lot of them being murdered. Their bodies being found different places and everything. Here they're being killed. It's no time to be playing around. Like, be who you are. Speak up and say what's going on, because there are a lot of men. There are a lot of men who be knowing that you are trans. Okay, there's a lot of them that knows, but when you actually speak out and say it, or they know that other people may realize it, a lot of them will flip out and harm you. And just don't play around with that, you guys. Okay? Do not play around with that. If y'all know anyone doing that, it's not funny. It's not okay, because a lot of them are dying also too. Okay, just be you. Just speak up and just say it. Let people know before you even meet their asses. Okay, don't be around someone like in a seclusive place where nobody's around and you tell this person, hey, I'm a trans or whatever. I used to be a man, or what I'm saying, or I'm transitioned. Make sure you like over the phone, or you around a group of people, because a lot of these men be fucking crazy. A lot of these men be fucking crazy. Point blank, period. All right, y'all. All right, you guys. That's what I have for you all today. All right, you guys, please like the video. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your opinions on things. Give me your reaction to some of these videos. All right, you guys. I will see you all another time. You already know this is her story, not his story.